Well, happy Monday. It's Leza live on the radio, on the news, 103.5 FM, KYCA, fresh off of a wild and crazy weekend. How are the gentlemen this morning?
Doing great.
Doing great, says Drew. How's Maddie? Tired.
Living the dream.
Living the dream. Sorry.
The nightmare of the dream.
Didn't mean to put words in your mouth.
You know, nightmares are dreams, Drew.
They are, yes. They are, actually. Yep. Good. You guys have great weekends?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you stay around here, Drew?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Got did the house thing, and I'm getting all my stuff done so I can enjoy the May, June, July. There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't want to be working on the house and doing all my honeydews and that kind of stuff.
You're smart guy.
I'm
Get
trying.
it done. Absolutely. And then, Matt, you worked all week, and I saw you Saturday. You were taking pictures of the Arizona Rattlers.
Yeah, you guys went down there.
Yeah, we did. And you know what? Did they end up winning? Because we left early, but we were a little worried because they were losing when we got there. And then we came, and then they started to win. And then we're like, crap, we're the lucky charm here.
Well, we almost lost because you left.
Because we left.
I mean, it got close.
Did it really?
No, they were just playing. They were just playing bad.
Oh, really?
And that's the thing. When they play not super well, it makes my job a lot more difficult, especially with the new demands of they want 10 photos every quarter.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot when they're playing like garbage.
Yeah, hard to get a good shot. Yeah.
Let alone 10 of them.
Right. Well, you know, the quarterback for the Rattlers, Sneed, he is my sorority sister's son.
Yeah.
So I have a connection.
Well, he is one of my good friends. I'm having a hard time getting it out.
Already.
I know.
We've
it's a long weekend. No, my one of my good friends is a Phoenix firefighter, and he works with Sneed's dad.
Oh, okay. There. See,
so
we're all
small
related.
world.
Small world. But
6 degrees of separation.
That's right. But it was fun. It was fun to see you doing your thing, and we took pictures of you taking pictures. So.
And I took pictures of you taking pictures of me.
Yeah, he did. It was just a pick fest, if you will.
How was the birthday?
The birthday was great. My dad was happy. We were all there. And you know what? I'm so bummed. I missed a great opportunity to be super creative because his birthday was yesterday and we had brunch, but we should have had a Masters themed brunch with the pimento cheese sandwiches, egg salads, the food that they serve at the Masters.
Yeah.
But we didn't. We did have brunch, though, and it was delicious. And I think one of the biggest hits of the meal, Dempsey Dandos, Dempsey Guteau. I'm going to have to start getting it right. She's a married woman. Dempsey Guteau, my daughter, she made sourdough cinnamon rolls.
Ooh, sounds good.
Handmade, freshly baked, out of the oven. Amazing. I mean, they are every bit as good as they sound.
And we didn't get any samples?
Well, I said to her as she was leaving, I said, I wanted to take one of those to take home. And she said, sorry, one's for my husband and one's for my co-teacher. I said, oh, see where mom ranks now?
Wow.
Well, I did get a half of one during brunch, so I at least got to taste it.
Not even Drew and I got anything.
No, she didn't even bring up your name. Didn't even mention your name or the show.
Yeah, she's not allowed on it anymore whatsoever. Done.
What if she brings in cinnamon rolls? We'll consider.
She could come in the parking lot then.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, it was a great day. Dad was happy. We all gathered and had a really great time celebrating him.
Good. And that's important. And how many years young?
He's 83.
Oh, great.
83.
Is he a fan of the Masters?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because then I was going to be like, so if someone did that for me,
you
they had a big party of the Masters, I'd just be like, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I don't watch the Masters. Well, so if he's a fan, then yeah.
Yeah, we had brunch, and then we all gathered around the TV to watch Rory do his thing yesterday.
Got a green
smokes. Jacket. He does not make it easy for himself or for us. I mean, the whole world was cheering for Rory because he has such a hard time, you know? I mean, it's been 10 years since he won a major. I think that's what I read this morning. But, yeah, I tell you what, we were all cheering for him. He went into day 4 with a 2-stroke lead over Bryson DeChambeau, who faded early yesterday. But Justin Rose rose back up on the leaderboard. He was in first place the first 2 days. And he came back from 7 shots down to make it very interesting. Rory could have won it on the 18th, but hit his second shot in the bunker. And then he missed a 5-foot putt.
That's wonderful.
There was a groan from the entire golf community. You could hear it. If you walked out to your door, you could just hear everybody go, oh. So then they went into a playoff, and Rose parred it, and thank the Lord above, Rory birdied it, and he won. And so now he is part of the very elite crowd of those that have a Grand Slam. Meaning that he has now won all 4. The Masters, the U.S. Open in 2011, the PGA Championship in 2012 and 14, and the Masters and the Open Championship in 2014. Or the British Open, I guess. Same thing. But yeah, finally. And there's only 5 other players that have done this. Gene Sarazen, I don't know who that is. Ben Hogan, we all know that name. Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, and Tiger Woods.
That's a pretty exclusive club there, you know?
Yep, add Rory McIlroy to the list. So that was a lot of fun watching him play yesterday.
I can tell you, my golfing friends, when he missed that 5-foot putt, everybody was upset, but my golfing friends were like, see, that makes me feel good. This guy missed a 5-foot putt. He's a professional.
To win the Masters.
To win the Masters, and he missed it. But the pressure, oh, my goodness.
Oh, you can't even imagine. I mean, it's pressure when you're playing with a foursome and 2 of the people you don't know. You know, imagine what it's like for him. The whole world was watching. And so, congratulations. I was cheering for him.
I wasn't watching.
Yeah, I know you weren't.
Yeah. You know, but I got to tell you.
Yeah.
He won the Masters. Could you find an uglier green? I mean, that is an ugly green jacket, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's a beautiful jacket, but man,
it is.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, some traditions you just can't change. Then they wouldn't be traditions.
I understand.
Yeah.
It's not like you're going to wear that out.
I like it.
Oh, I'm sure if I won a Masters green jacket, I would never take it off. I bet Rory slept in it last night. Yeah. In the bathtub. In the bathtub face down. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he had a great celebration.
Yeah.
So congratulations to him. Okay, so you guys are all on task tonight. Got to watch Drew Rinn sing on American Idol. The voting has begun. So last night they had the first 12 sing, and I was so bummed because I was driving home from the Valley, got home, and I didn't see her sing, but turns out she doesn't sing till tonight.
So we got it tonight.
Yes, so she'll be singing tonight, and then you can vote, and you can vote a lot. I mean, you can vote 10 times on your cell phone, and it's just text her number to a number. So super easy. So I'll text you all the number tonight so you can all vote for her.
And what time does Idol come on?
7 o'clock.
Okay.
Don't ask me what channel. I think ABC, but I'm not sure. So anyway, that's a big deal tonight.
Okay.
Today we are celebrating National Ex-Spouse Day. I don't have one. Do you, Matt?
No, I'm still waiting for my first one.
Still waiting for your first one. Yeah. How many ex-spouses do you have, Drew?
Just one.
Just one. All right.
One's enough.
Yeah. How about some divorce fun facts for you?
Oh, heck yeah. This is how you start a Monday.
I'm turning this thing off.
Last year, there were 86 divorces every hour in the U.S. compared to 230 marriages. About 41% of all first marriages in the U.S. end in divorce. 67% for second marriages. Third marriages, forget about it, 73%. And in 2024, nearly 674,000 American couples were divorced. That's a lot.
So
that's a lot.
Basically, I'm making the right life choice. That's all I'm hearing. Is Matt, you're winning.
You're winning, Matt. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. It is International Moment of Laughter today. You know, there really is something to that age-old saying that laughter is the best medicine. It can increase oxygen levels, release endorphins in the brain, and can improve your long-term mood and even fight depression and pain. Let's hear a nice, deep laugh. Laugh out loud, Maddie.
Will it fix the stock market?
If we all did it together, possibly. You know what it'll do? It'll make us feel better about the stock market.
Okay, good.
Okay, let's go.
Drew's just shaking his head.
I know. It's National Dolphin Day. Enough said about dolphins. You know, they're very, very smart animals. It's National Reach as High as You Can Day. If you're stretching for the ceiling, you're doing it wrong. Today, we're encouraged to evaluate our goals and do the best to reach them. Oh, okay. So it's not an actual physical reach.
I'm just wondering they're just phoning it in today.
I know, right?
CBS Connect.
Where'd they come up with this?
Oh, there's more. I'm skipping. I skipped right past National Gardening Day and National Dolphin Day. Gayle King, Katy Perry are going into space today.
They are.
Yep, that's a thing. The WNBA, dyslexia. Draft is today, and it's also Don't Forget Day. Don't forget that the taxes are due tomorrow. Tomorrow's tax day.
I'm trying to forget.
Yeah? Have you not got yours in yet?
No. I filed an extension.
Oh,
too much going on.
Good.
I got my business taxes done, but not my personal.
Okay, what about you, Drew? Y'all done?
First time in like a zillion years that I got it done before April 5th. That was my goal for this year, is to have my taxes done before the 15th.
Good for you. Good for you. I'm proud of you. You did it. I'm not sure where we are, but I'm sure somebody does. I'm sure somebody's on that.
I'm sure the accountant does.
I'm sure Scott's on it. Yeah. The world's oldest gorilla is now 68 years old. That's amazing.
That's me.
Are you 68?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
See?
You are as old as the world's oldest gorilla.
I feel sorry for the gorilla.
His name is Fatu. And, it's she, sorry. Celebrated her 86th birthday at the Berlin Zoo. Her caregivers gifted her a basket full of fruits and veggies. Her veterinarian said that she's doing well and only suffers from minor age-related aches and pains like the rest of us. Stiff knees and that kind of thing. And get this, the scientific name for her species of ape is gorilla.
Magilla.
I thought you were going to say Drew's a gorilla, not that he was 68.
Oh, well, I can tell just by looking at him he's not a gorilla.
Oh.
You, on the other hand.
Questionable.
Okay, should we wrap it up with one more story?
Is it a good one or is it
it's actually a daily do.
Oh, well, of course.
It's your daily do this morning. See, I didn't phone it in. I worked really hard this morning to bring you guys what's, going on in the world.
It's important.
If you know how to turn 100 pounds of astronaut poop into drinkable water,
drinkable water?
Or potato fertilizer, NASA's willing to pay $3 million for it. You know what? Our guest coming up, she might be perfect for this job. I'll tell you who it is coming up. Yeah, $3 million for it. The space agency has issued a challenge to inventors for a way to recycle 96 bags of poop left on the moon by the various Apollo moon missions in time for the next one. That's a lot.
Yeah, put it in another rocket, send it to Mars.
Right? Yeah, done.
Just keep shooting it off.
Done.
Yeah,
Done.
Send it to the next guy.
Oh, man. Since lunar landers need to be lighter in order to lift off from the moon, they have to leave all sorts of stuff behind, including their space dumps. Not even a giggle for that one, huh?
I mean, they couldn't...
Space dump. That's what you call a poo on the moon.
Space dump.
Space dump.
Oh, you guys are a tough crowd this morning.
All right.
Let's
Sorry,
move right
I'm
along.
looking at my
But
eagle.
I have something for you.
Oh, you do? Please.
I have one thing for you.
Okay.
We now have another record that was set on Saturday. We set a record for 81 degrees, and that stood from 1989.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, so I mean, we set 3 records last week in temperature.
Perfect.
So I thought that was pretty good.
That is good news. I appreciate you sharing that. And what can we expect this week?
Pretty much we're going to have beautiful days like we had yesterday. Basically, we're going to be in the mid to upper 70s. Low is going to be in the mid 40s. Tomorrow will be at 74, and Wednesday at 74. So beautiful weather, light breeze. I mean, you're not going to get any better.
No. I have to say I played golf at Antelope Hills on Friday, and it was just beautiful. The course was beautiful. The weather was just perfecto.
Did you win?
We didn't keep score.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
the girls I was playing with are just getting back into it. So we just kind of played for fun, which is always fun.
So that's a yes.
That's and we don't have an Eagle update, I guess, from Jim this morning, but we're looking at him, and I guess this is going to be an awful thing to say, but when I turn on my cam in the morning, every morning I'm grateful that they're still there. Every time I see them, I'm so grateful. They are still there, thriving. They're getting bigger by the second, and so if Jim has anything to add to that, he's welcome to call in.
They're eating breakfast.
Yeah.
Hungry.
Yep.
Sushi.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on because coming up, we're going to be chatting with Vicki Johnstone, the owner of H2O Health, Water, and Wellness Solutions in the, what do they call it now? Not the Gateway Mall, the Pine Ridge Marketplace. Yes. So we're going to be talking to Vicki. She's the perfect person to ask how to do that, how to turn space dumps into drinking water. She knows everything about drinking water.
Speechless.
So, okay. We're going to be talking to Vicki coming up here on Leza Live. Right now, your air conditioner and your heating, Prescott, when they are on the fritz, you need a real lifesaver. And I highly recommend AC Medic Heating and Air. These guys are fast. They're reliable, and they actually show up when they say they will. Imagine that. How convenient. Whether it's a quick repair, a full system install, or just some good old-fashioned maintenance, AC Medic has you covered. And here's something extra awesome. Seniors, veterans, and first responders get 10% off all repairs. Don't suffer through another Arizona season without top-notch comfort. Call AC Medic Heating and Air, your trusted first responder for comfort. 928-848-6224. Again, that's 928-848-6224. Welcome back to Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM KYCA on a Monday morning. And Jim's ears must have been burning because he's on the line with the Eagle update. Good morning, Jim.
Well, yeah, and you guys were having way too much fun.
Oh, we always have a good time.
Yeah, I could hear it. But anyway, I went on the deal today to check in on them and everything. And according to the friends, they're all doing really good, and their weight is doing really good, and they're getting ready to start learning how to do something other than sit there in that nest.
Yes.
And they're getting kind of big. My wife and I enjoyed looking at them this morning. It was sort of in the dark, so to speak, because I hadn't lightened up quite yet. It was 7-ish, thereabouts. But I really am happy. And you know what I really find interesting is how many millions of people all around the world are watching these eaglets. They've captured the imagination of the world.
Yes, I totally agree. And I'm noticing that one seems to have more feathers than the other, unless that other one's on his back. Can you tell, Matt, what's going on? Doesn't it look like the one on the left has more feathers?
Yeah, I'd say that more feathers. Maybe that's, they're losing their...
They're down?
Yeah, they're down.
Gaining feathers?
Well, you got to remember, one hatched 4 days
That's right.
different than
That's
the other
right.
one.
That's probably what's going on there. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's probably had 4 days more
Yes.
to garner size and feather and,
Yeah. We're watching them being fed right now by either mom or dad. We can't tell them apart, but very awesome. And like I said earlier, I'm just always so happy and grateful when I turn on the computer that they're still there, thriving.
Yeah, they're still there, and then, you're really hoping to see them fly away.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're glad they're there because they're safe, and the cameras are taking good care of sharing with the world how good the eagles are doing and everything. But you can't wait for them to spread their wings and fly either.
Well, and we will have that on video because I'm sure they're recording all this. So yeah, we'll see it. If we don't see it firsthand, it'll be on YouTube or all over the internet. Jim, thank you so much for your Eagle update this morning.
All right. Well, thank you for putting me on, and you guys need to calm down a little bit, really. You sound like you're having way too much fun.
If you saw Matt's face right now, you wouldn't say that.
Hey, I take offense to that.
His face, and I've seen enough. You guys have a good day.
Thanks, Jim. You too. Bye-bye.
Jim getting the digs in, too. Wow.
It's just, it's low-hanging fruit, man.
It's bad enough with Drew, now Jim and you.
I'm
Man,
sorry.
the trifecta.
Well, we have a guest in who won't say anything bad about anybody because she's just a sweetheart. It's Vicki Johnstone, the owner of H2O Health, Water, and Wellness Solutions in the Pine Ridge Marketplace. Good morning.
Good morning, Lisa.
Thanks for coming back on. It's been a while. I mean, it's probably been over a year since you were on. And, you can't be on enough to remind us how, we need to be filtering our water for our health and wellness. And she's like a scientist. She's got everything set up here to show us how disgusting our drinking water is here in the city of Prescott.
That's how you know it's good. It's the crunch, right?
I'm
getting
let's hope there's
already.
no crunch in it. But so health, H2O Health. Health, water, and wellness, right? H2O Health, Water, and Wellness Solutions. How long have you guys been up at the mall?
Since 2018.
Okay, so quite a while helping people with their water systems here in our area.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And why don't you just get right to it and tell us why you're there and why we need your help.
Well, most people know my story. I was a lab technician. I worked in 3 hospitals, and when I started seeing all the contaminants starting to show up in human blood, and I started 53 years ago, which I cannot believe.
Yeah.
But it startled me, and I was like, how are these things getting in human blood? And then that led to research, which led to water.
Right.
Because everything's in our water.
Yes.
And, you mentioned the city of Prescott. It's not just our water here in our area. It's water all over the country. We've been dumping everything down the drain for way too many years.
Right.
And these toxins, they don't go away. They stay in water, and they settle in the water, tables below our feet, and we suck it up out of the ground. And when it rains, it mixes it all up. So it's always a toxic mix. You never know what you're going to get, really.
Right. Well, what are you going to show us here with the tap water that you brought in?
So it's actually water right out of your bathroom here.
Oh,
this
great.
is a chlorine test, which I like to do this just so people can kind of see it. So we're putting 5 drops of these drops in here. And, of course, if it's got chlorine, it turns yellow, and you can see it.
Immediately turned yellow.
So you're going to take a shower in that one.
I'm going to do what?
You're going to take a shower. So we got 2 cups here,
Okay.
and both of them have tap water in them. So this one, and I'll show you that, just so you know for sure that it is the same water. I dumped it out of the same bottle, but look,
Right.
if I put some drops in here, it'll turn yellow too.
Okay.
So see, it's full clean.
Okay,
So
same
now
water.
You're going to take a shower, so you're going to put 3 fingers in that water.
They have lotion on them. Is that
It's okay.
All right.
Yeah, it might not absorb as much when you got
Okay.
lotion on, but
Okay.
you'll still absorb. So when you're in a shower, do you like hot water or cold water?
Hot.
Hot.
I like it hot.
Hot. And how long do you take a shower for?
10
10 minutes?
10 minutes, yeah.
15 minutes?
10.
What about
Hour.
you, Matt? Hour.
Minimum.
My grandkids
Just to
all,
wake himself up.
our grandkids are all 45, 50 minutes.
No
It's terrible.
way.
They're terrible.
They should bathe. They should take a bath instead of a shower.
They should.
Yeah.
They should. I need to tell them that. They're probably listening this morning. So you've been in there about maybe
Minute.
a minute-ish. So I don't have a towel here for you to dry
Oh, I've got
off
it. There's a
when you get
napkin
out
right
of the
there.
when you get out of the shower.
We're all set for food. Free food for us Friday. Forks and napkins.
So when we're in a hot shower,
Yes.
what happens to the water?
Well, you absorb it because your pores open up
You're
and your
absorbing
body
it.
sucks it in.
Right. And what happens to the toxic chemicals that
You
are
suck
in
those
water?
in too.
Yeah, you're sucking them in.
I'm sucking in right now.
Because now they've turned into a vapor.
Okay,
Right? So
yeah.
you actually end up breathing them. And we discovered years and years ago that that's what caused a lot of people to get lung cancer because chlorine is a known carcinogen. Well, I should say it was classified that way.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that they've changed the classification because it's in every city water system in America.
Probably.
And they have to use it because we're all recycling water.
Yeah.
Everybody is in the whole country.
Yeah.
They're all worried we're going to run out of water. So let's just see if there's any chlorine now in here after you took about a how long shower? About a minute.
Minute and a half maybe.
So we're going to put 5 drops in there.
Okay.
Give that a little stir. And even with your lotion, you absorbed just about every bit of that.
Oh,
Really,
look, it's clear. It's
look at
totally
the
clear after I
difference.
had my fingers in there.
Yeah, is that crazy?
That's disgusting.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So we do absorb everything right through our skin into our, and it goes right straight to your blood.
So it's just filtering the water that you drink isn't enough, is what you're trying to tell us.
You know,
You're gonna absorb it one way or the other.
That's right. That's why we got into the business that we're in. That's why I quit my hospital job and started this water company because I knew that people can't get well. You can't beat it when you feed it. I
Right.
don't care what its name is. It doesn't matter.
Right.
But when you're feeding your body all these toxins and all these poisons every single
Every day,
every
yeah.
day, it's accumulative, you know.
Right.
And you can't get well and you can't stay well and you'll never walk in optimal health until you really start doing something about your water because we
water.
are water.
We are water and we are taking it in all day, every day.
Yeah, your brain's about 85% water, your heart's about 83% water,
Wow.
your skin is 72% water, even your bones and muscle are a lot of water.
Right.
So
right.
we have to have water every single day.
Yes.
And the cool thing is when you put clean water in, guess what? You'll eliminate the toxic water.
Okay, let's get into how that works
Okay.
when we come back from this quick break here on Leza Live. So are you expecting a little one, whether it's your first baby or your 5th? You need a team that supports you every step of the way, and that's exactly what you're going to find at Prescott Women's Clinic. From prenatal visits to postpartum care, they provide expert, compassionate support so you can feel confident throughout your journey, no matter what age you are, what place in your journey you are. Prescott Women's Clinic is here to take care of you. Give them a call, make an appointment, 928-778-4300, or you can visit them online at PrescottWomen'sClinic.com. Welcome back. Welcome back to Leza Live on the news, 103.5 FM, KYCA. It's Leza Live, and my guest this morning is Vicki Johnstone, owner of H2O Health, Water, and Wellness Solutions in the Pine Ridge Marketplace. And we're talking about our drinking water right now. And I love your saying. You always say, use a filter or be a filter.
Buy a filter or be a filter.
Yes.
Yep.
And explain what that means.
It's true.
Yeah.
Your body is filtering your water if you're not.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
Just how it works.
Right. And what are some of the ramifications of that? If you're not filtering your water, what can these forever chemicals be doing to your body? I'm sure the list is long.
The list is long. I have a list in my office of 350 different toxins that are found in water and exactly what they cause.
Ugh.
Do they cause, neuro problems? Do they cause heart problems? Do they cause blood problems? Cancers, you name it. You can't even imagine what all these drugs and all these medications that are in our water are doing to us, because we're really a toxic soup. We're really a toxic mess.
Yeah. Well, and you hear it everywhere you go. Drink more water, you'll feel better. You'll have more energy. You'll this, you'll that, and so we're just feeding ourselves the water all day long, thinking we're going to feel better.
And we should.
Yes.
If it's clean,
if it's
you
clean
will.
Water.
If you will.
Okay, so let's talk about what makes H2O Health different from other water and wellness providers.
So
what do you guys do that's different?
One thing we do different is we test water, and then we build water systems for that water test. So we know what's in the water, because how can you build a water system if you don't know what's in the water?
Good point.
Right?
Right.
And the other part is everybody's using these outdated technologies that are 30, 40 years old. How do you think those could possibly be working today?
Right.
And a lot of people drink reverse osmosis or RO water, which is a disaster for your health, because that, and not only does that not take everything out, you're led to believe that, but that's not true, because there's two types of arsenic. It cannot remove both. It can only remove one. And the other part to that is it's stripping all the minerals out of the water. So when you strip all the minerals out of water, guess what water does to you?
What?
It strips all the minerals from you.
Sure.
Because they're part of the natural structure of water. So you can't take the minerals out of water. They're called essential minerals for a reason. You got to have them every single day.
Right.
So most people long term that drink these types of waters where they're stripping all the minerals, or they're drinking waters that have salts that are introduced into them. And I can't tell you how many houses we go to, and the soft water's hooked up to the cold water, and people are drinking it.
Ew.
It's terrible.
That is terrible.
Yep, and we've seen it over and over and over here for some reason. I guess years of somebody doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
But
so if you're not reverse osmosis, what is it that you guys do?
So we have a canister. It's a great big tank, and we put in that tank. That's the difference. Everybody buys all their parts and pieces from the same handful of manufacturers all over the country.
Okay.
But the big difference is what's inside that tank. What kind of media are they using? Most companies use carbon block, which takes out chlorine. That's a big culprit. You want to definitely get that one out.
Okay.
But that's only one.
Right.
That's only one. There's over 4,000 known toxins in our water. So the more you can get out, the better.
Right. And how do you do that? How do you guys do that specifically?
We build these tanks, like I said, and we put these media beds in them that will mitigate different issues.
And will it take everything out? All the bad stuff?
Nobody can take everything out unless you want to spend about $20,000.
Right.
Then you can.
Yeah.
But no, nobody should be saying they're taking everything out of water, because we don't even know what everything in water is.
Right.
So how could we say we remove everything?
Right.
We
without
reduce,
removing the minerals.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We can reduce and remove and mitigate, the worst chemicals that are in water, like chlorine.
Right.
That's easy to take out, and you can get 100% of the chlorine out of your water.
So what kind of systems do you guys offer? I know you have whole entire home systems. You have faucet systems. Explain.
So we do. We have whole house systems. So every tap in your house is clean. You get up and drink the water out of the bathroom faucet at night. Or we have point of use systems, which are at the faucet, under the sink. And we also have PFAS systems, which take out all those chemicals, because those are the forever chemicals that they say take a millennium to dissipate. So those aren't going away anytime soon. We build arsenic systems, nitrate systems, sulfate systems. We build what we need to build.
Mm-hmm. So tell me, why doesn't the city filter with one of your filters? Why can't we get it from the source instead of us each individually having to get a filter?
Well, you could, and we could build a system for the city. It's expensive, because they're treating, a lot of water.
Right. So we just go, it's good enough. Is that where we're at? It's good enough.
Well, the EPA regulates water, right? That's the people out there protecting us all, right? Environmental protection people, right? So they have only, they've been doing it for quite a few years, but they only mandate so many chemicals, and it's very sad. It's under 90 that they only care about, because they can't regulate them all. And if they did, the city would pay a fortune. And I mean, people would pay more for a water bill than they're paying for their house payments. So that would never fly.
Right.
So they pretty much said, look, we'll take care of the worst. It's up to you to take care of the rest. If you want to take care of the rest, take care of it. If you don't, don't.
Right. It's up to you.
It's up to you.
Boy, what a choice. Okay, when we come back, I'm going to ask you, how do people get started? Do they test their water at home? Do you come out and test it? How are we going to go about figuring out what we need in our homes? That's coming up here on Leza Live. Right now, does the thought of visiting the dentist make you anxious? At Pro Solutions Dental Group, your comfort comes first. They offer both oral and IV sedation options to ensure your dental experience is calm, stress-free, and easy. Whether it's a routine visit or a more involved procedure, their expert team makes sure you're relaxed every step of the way. Don't let dental anxiety hold you back from a healthy smile. Explore your options for sedation dentistry at Pro Solutions Dental Group. Give them a call, 928-776-1208, or reach them online at PrescottDentist.com. .5 FM, KYCA. My guest this morning, Vicki Johnstone, owner of H2O Health Wealth. Jeez, I say that every time. Health, water, and wellness. Health is wealth.
Health is wealth.
So, I mean, there you go. There's another slogan for you.
So true.
So true. You're talking about how we need to filter our water. Don't expect it to come out of the tap being, healthy. And so you're suggesting that people test their water. Or have you come out and test the water. And how do you do that, Vicki?
So we can come out and test anybody's water. And right now we're offering these free coliform and bacteria tests. So if anybody has a well, this is a time to test them.
Okay.
Right now. And we like to come out and do it just because it has to be sterile. And it takes 48 hours for that one. But that's totally free.
Okay.
We're working with a company who's gathering information around the country to see how bad the coliform is right now and bacteria in our wells. And we can test city water too, but we know how it's going to turn out.
Right.
Because they put the chlorine in it to kill bacteria and keep it at bay.
Right. And every well is different. So if you're on well water, and you say the spring is the time to do this.
It's the best time to do it. Right now, when after the winter and the water's settled.
Right.
Yeah.
So they call you and they make an appointment for you to come out and test their water?
Yep. That's all they need to do.
Right.
Just call our store and tell them you want an appointment, and one of us will get out there and take the sample, and it takes 48 hours, and we'll let you know.
That's a great deal. For free.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yes. Now, say somebody on city water. I'm in the mountain club, so I'm not even on city water up there. We have our own water. What do you recommend for somebody like me?
I'd test it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, you just don't really know how good anybody really is watching it. And, I had somebody come in the other day, and they buy their filter or water out of a machine, right? They go up and take gallon jugs.
Yeah.
And he couldn't believe it because I can test and show you actually what's in it.
Yeah.
So you can actually see it.
I don't want to see
He
it.
just about freaked out.
Really?
He's like, I'm paying money for this. And I'm like, well, you just don't know how often they change the filter.
Right.
Are they changed them? Even your refrigerator filters. When I go in a home and I test tap water,
Right.
the refrigerator filter water is usually worse than what comes out of the tap because you don't realize it, but refrigerators grow bacteria.
Sure.
And those filters grow
So how
bacteria.
often do they need to be changed? Does it depend on how much you use them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything depends on how much you use
Okay.
it.
All
Always.
right. But how long? So as a rule, how often should we change our filters in our refrigerators?
Well, if you have a whole house system, you don't have to ever change it again.
I knew she was going to say that.
So that'll save you some money, but you
Yeah.
probably should test it.
Yeah,
We have
yeah.
the stuff at the store. Buy the drops, test it.
Right.
Then you know for sure when it needs to be changed. Take
So-
the guesswork out of it.
Okay, so we can test it at home with drops. So what kind of drops do we need? Just the chlorine ones, or are there other drops?
There's several different drops.
Okay, so if I come to the store, you're going to ask where I live, and then you're going to tell me which drops I need to go home and test my own water.
Yep. Or if you tell me this is what I'm concerned about,
Right.
I'll show you how to test that.
Yeah. Okay. And I use and then you're gonna shame me right now, but I use a Brita water filter, and I really am interested in the home, and I've talked about this for years now with you. I haven't done it yet, but I want the whole house filter. So I'm just using a Brita filter for now. How bad is that?
If you brought it in and I showed you, you would never drink it again.
What about bottled water?
Bottled water, about 45% of bottled water is just tap water. It's not even filtered, but a lot of bottled water is filtered through a reverse osmosis system or some type of filtration. Most of them take out the chlorine, so it tastes better.
Yeah.
That's most.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's most people's
Because it does
goal.
taste better.
Yeah.
And it's just taking out the chlorine.
Right, because you just get that alone out of your water, it's going to naturally taste better, but what does that do for the other 3,999 toxic chemicals that we're drinking every day?
Right.
I mean, it's no wonder we're sick.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, how long can you feel a difference when you're drinking really clean water
We do
and bathing in it and living in clean water?
We do what we call a 15-gallon challenge. We give everybody who comes in our store 15 gallons of water free.
Okay.
Per adult in your house. So if there's 2 of you, you get 30 gallons of water free.
Okay.
And we have these 1-gallon bags, or they're the same material that an IV bag is made out of, so they don't leach plastics in the water. That's the other problem with water bottles. They're leaching plastics, and of course they know now that's causing breast cancer in men. It's been a contributor to breast cancer in women for years. We've known that for years. But so we give them 15 gallons, and you don't get it all at once. You come in because we want you to drink it within 3 days. You should be drinking about a half a gallon of water a day.
Okay.
Depending on your size.
Which is how many ounces?
About 68.
Okay.
132 is, a gallon.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
So about a half of that, 102. Is that right?
That's why I asked you. I don't know.
I think 128.
Okay. But around 60 ounces you need to be drinking.
Yeah, about half your body weight in ounces is what you really should drink a day.
Okay.
Every day.
Yeah.
So if you weigh 200 pounds, you should be drinking about 100 ounces of water.
Right.
And you should be eliminating too.
Yes.
And that's part of the process.
Right.
That's what you want to do. You want to put clean water in and eliminate the, toxins and
Sure.
poisons. That's where we get rid of them.
Okay. So if we do the 15-gallon challenge, so we'll feel better after 15 gallons. Is that what you're trying to prove there?
In 30 days, most people notice a drastic difference. When you get the whole house system, most people notice it in about 90 days. Their hair's growing faster, their nails are growing faster because it has all the nutrients in it. If you don't have the minerals in water,
right.
you're not getting, it's not really what I'd call water.
Right.
And if you don't have hydrogen and oxygen in water, you're certainly not getting watered.
That brings up another question. With your filters, are you just oxygenating the water as well as filtering it?
So what we do is we increase the hydrogen, and when we increase the hydrogen in our water systems, that'll increase the oxygen because you can't absorb oxygen without hydrogen.
Okay.
Hydrogen's the magic in water.
Yeah.
It's the magnet, I call it, in water because all the nutrients hop on that hydrogen molecule.
Right.
So the more hydrogen you have in your water, the more of everything you're going to have in your system.
Right.
So we even have an oxygen and a hydrogen generator in our store where people can actually come in and just breathe 66% hydrogen and 33% oxygen.
And see how much better you feel.
Oh, my goodness. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just crazy what it does for you. But, people don't think about it, but hydrogen is the smallest element on a periodic table. It is the tiniest, and it is the most plentiful in the universe. Not just our atmosphere. Now, think about that. There is no oxygen in outer space, right?
Right.
So there is hydrogen. So what does that tell you?
Right.
If there's twice as much hydrogen as there is oxygen, even in our air. So you need twice as much hydrogen, but everybody only talks about oxygen. Nobody ever talks about hydrogen.
Right. Yes.
Because they don't understand it.
Yeah. Yeah. My husband bought these little water bottles that oxygenate the water. And it's just blowing bubbles in it, right? I mean, if there's no hydrogen added to it, it's not really doing anything.
So
is that correct?
And if it's not clean, see, toxins and poisons, that's what's wrong with toxins and poisons in our water. They destroy the hydrogen.
Gotcha.
So when you destroy the hydrogen, there goes the value and the benefit of your water. It's not really H2O.
Right.
H2O is 2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 of oxygen.
Right.
And that right there tells you need twice as much hydrogen as you do oxygen.
Sure. Absolutely. This is so enlightening. All right. Very good. More with Vicki Johnstone coming up here on Leza Live. Stay with us. Welcome back to Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM KYCA, chatting with Vicki Johnstone, owner of H2O Health, Water, and Wellness Solutions up in the Pine Ridge Marketplace. You've been there for a long time. Was it 2010, did you say?
2018.
2018.
We moved in the mall.
Okay, but you've been doing this since 2010.
I've been doing it a long
time. Very
long
good.
Time.
Very good. And we're talking about the whole home and point of view filtration systems. You have them for every budget.
Every budget.
Every budget. But
every budget.
You have a special price just for today for Leza Live listeners if you are interested in getting the whole home filtration system. And what is that?
So they're $34.99 installed, and that includes your tax. But this is our home show special.
Okay.
You get our laundry ozonator, so you can get rid of all your laundry soap. No more bleach and no more hot water.
What?
Yep.
How does that work?
It hooks on between where the water comes in the house and the wash machine, and it ozonates the water, so you don't need laundry soaps or any kind of chemicals whatsoever. Even you don't even need bounce or any of that stuff.
And things get clean and smell nice.
Super clean.
Ooh.
Better.
You just made the deal much sweeter for me. That sounds wonderful. And these systems require no maintenance.
That's right.
What
None.
else? What else do they?
No
feature?
Maintenance, no electricity, and no water waste. That's the huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
People don't realize how much water. RO systems take 3 to 5 gallons to make 1 gallon of water.
That's the reversed osmosis
Yes.
system. Wow, that is amazing.
And most water filters that backwash take between 80 to 100 gallons every time they backwash. So do that math.
Yeah, that's a lot of
That's
waste.
a lot of water down
It
the
really
drain.
is. Yes, and do you offer financing?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you'll work with people.
Yep.
You really want people to feel better and to be healthy.
That's
and
what it's
well.
all about.
Yeah.
If you don't have your health, what do you have?
Right. I can tell you're very passionate about helping people realize how really very easy it is to get started on a path to health and wellness just by starting with your water, the thing we're drinking, 80 ounces of a day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every day.
And wondering why you still feel the same, even when because you're really not hydrating.
Yep.
Correct.
You're not.
Yeah.
If it doesn't have the hydrogen and oxygen, you're not getting what you think you need. And your cells know it.
Right.
Your cells are 90% water, blood cells.
Wow.
So that's why a lot of people have heart issues. They're not drinking enough water, and they're not drinking clean water.
Right. Clean water is what we're selling today. And tell people how they can get a hold of you, what your hours are up at the mall, website, all that information.
So our hours at the store are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Saturday, I teach a class at 10:30 to 12.
Oh.
And if you want to come in and learn about health, because people just think we're just a water store. We're not just a water store. We have health products, and I teach really in-depth classes to help people start really realizing what's causing their problem.
Mm-hmm.
That was my job. My job was to really discover what caused the issues with health. And our website is h2ohealth.com.
Okay.
And our phone number is 928-899-7504.
Fabulous. And you're up at the mall so people can come and talk to you specifically.
Yep, right across from the Hot Shots little
Memorial.
museum there.
Mhm.
And we're between Dillard's and Penny's. We're easy to find.
Super easy. Again, it's H2O Health, Water, and Health Solutions in the Pine Ridge Marketplace. And I don't know about you, Matt, but this all sounds super good to me. How about you?
When are you getting it installed?
I need it because I just know. I know that it's going to make me feel better. And
It will.
Yeah.
It
and
makes
and
a
I want the
difference.
whole house one because I do filter my drinking water with what she crinkles her nose at me. And you're not wrong. It does just make it taste better. So it's probably just
Right.
taking out the chlorine. And but I want that benefit of the entire house.
Yeah. You will love it.
Yes.
I mean, your skin, in 90 days, you'll really see the difference
It'll
in your
thank
skin.
me, right?
It will thank
It will
you.
thank me. Again, the deal's going on right now. They're going to be at the home show. Tell people where they can find you at the home show.
Yep, we're going to be at booth number 80 if you want to
Okay.
come in, and that is our home show special that we just mentioned. So
Okay.
come in now and you can get it, or come to the home show, either one, and we'll definitely honor it.
Wonderful. Vicki, thanks so much for enlightening us this morning.
Well, thank you, Lisa, for having me. I love coming on your show.
You're
awesome.
welcome. You're
You too,
welcome.
Matt. And keep an eye on those little eagles. They're so cute. Oh, my gosh. How cute.
They're cute.